guys, it's Sarah and I am going to continue purging my scrapbook room. So in the first video, I had basically just to clean up my scrap room and kind of get things put away so that I could start fresh with a really good clean room. My room is still clean. I haven't touched it. And now I'm going to really start going through some things, and I plan to go through everything. So this is going to be a process, and I hope you guys will come along with me. So I'm going to start with my bookshelves here. These I got at IKEA years and years and years ago. I think they're still available though. I don't know what they're called anymore. I think they had a name and then they changed it a little bit, so I don't even know what these are called anymore. But they are 4 shelves by 4 shelves, and they're just little square boxes basically. So I'm going to try to go by rows. I'm gonna probably try to get through 2 or 3 in this video because I don't want this to be too long. So, but this shelf is a lot of like complete scrapbooks that I'm just putting there to have there because they're full and I don't have room in my living room for them. So a lot of these are probably not going to be touched, and I'm not going to be getting rid of a whole lot. So that's why I'm going to try to go through a little bit more than I will be when we get to the actual like big supplies and stuff. But we're going to start here. I'm using my tripod. I can't really adjust it all that much as far as height goes, so just bear with me. I'm going to try to keep it on the tripod as much as possible, but eventually I probably will have to switch to handheld, but I'll try to keep it as steady as I can. All right, so let's get started. Okay, so starting with the first one here, this is actually all Project Life kits. Like these right here are all Project Life kits. These boxes are Project Life boxes, but I actually keep extra page protectors in here. So these I'm definitely not going to be getting rid of anything because they just have different sizes and more Project Life. The ones that I use in Project Life, which is Design A mostly. And then I have like 12 by 12 and 8.5 by 11 full page protectors in here. These are just really great sizes, and the boxes are fantastic. They're nice and sturdy. So I kept these to just keep hold of all my extra page protectors. Now these kits, okay, I'm going to do a separate video for Project Life because I am planning to go through all of my cards and I'm going to purge them. But that's going to be a whole thing. So I'm going to do that separately in a different video. So yeah, as of right now, I'm just going to leave these here, but I will come back to them in another video and I will actually go through and purge my Project Life cards. It's going to be a big project, but I'm going to do it, just not today. All right, moving on to number 2 here. I do have an album. This is my 2017 Project Life, so this is an ongoing project. I have a circle journal that I did when I lived in Tucson with a bunch of scrapbooking friends, so I'm definitely, going to hang on to that. I do have this card here from Louise Cripe when I bought her Get to Work book. I haven't been using the Get to Work book this year, but I still really like this, and I actually think I'm going to put it with my weight loss journal because I think I can stick it in there and that can be kind of a good like motivational thing to look at. And then this right here is a card that my sweet friend Jamie made for me, and she made this for me when I was getting ready to take the GRE to get into grad school, and I was kind of freaking out about it a little bit. And then she sent me some supplies and just like, can I send you a box? And I was like, sure. And she sent this in there with me, so it was fantastic. I'm keeping this. I'm not going to throw it away. I am able to actually fold it up like this so that the flowers can lay flat. Hopefully I can, yeah, okay. So I'm going to keep this, but I'm going to put it in my Project Life album for 2017. So I'm just going to get one of those big sturdy plastic envelopes, and that's where I kind of keep things like this that I want to hold on to. So I'm going to put it in there so that I always have it. So thank you, Jamie. So that's just going to be going somewhere else. These right here are all finished mini albums. So I have the girls' Disney autograph books, which I definitely need to hold on to because we're going to go back to Disney again when we are in Florida, so they'll take those again. This is a little traveler's notebook I think that I was just experimenting with and playing around with. So just kind of like whatever. I'll hang on to it for now. We'll see. And then this is an album that I made for my husband for one of our anniversaries for 12 years. So it's a little Instagram, is what they called it, little Instagram album, like a little 4x4. So definitely going to keep those. And then in this box are more just like little mini albums that I have made over the years. So I'm definitely going to hang on to this because they're completed projects. So really nothing on here is going to be going anywhere, basically. Okay, the next one over here is kind of, I guess, mini albums, you could say. Most of these are 6x8, and almost all of these are not used. So I have this basic gray one that I have not used, but I really like it. I really like the size of it, and I just don't have a purpose for it quite yet, but I'm sure I'll find something. Same with this. It's a handbook from Studio Calico, 6x8. It's a linen. It's really nice. For some reason, this gives me very beachy vibes, so maybe I'll try to do something about Florida in that one when we get there. This one right here is, it says #happy on it. I got it on clearance at Hobby Lobby. I just don't have a purpose for it yet. And then this one as well. It's a snap album that I got again on clearance at Hobby Lobby. I just haven't used it. So I do have, you know, some empty albums that are just waiting for a purpose. I do not get rid of empty albums unless it's like a size or a style I'm not into anymore. But 6x8 I definitely love. This one is actually a completed album. This is the Victoria Marie Scrapbook Retreat from 2016. So I am going to obviously keep that because it's a completed album. So again, nothing on here is going. And much of the same story on here. These two are my husband's Air Force albums right here. So I'm keeping those, obviously. This is an empty album, a 12x12. I actually got this because we were talking about going back to the Bahamas this year, but we ended up not being able to take that trip. So I got it kind of prematurely, but it's a 12x12 empty album, so I'll use it for something. This one is my holiday cards album that is a work in progress all the time. And then this is One Little Word. It's an 8.5x11. I don't do this project anymore, but I did do it a couple times, so all of that stuff is in here. So again, nothing on here is going. Okay, I had to change my angle a little bit, so hopefully this is okay. These are all Project Life albums, full, again, not moving these. I think this one is 2016, so this one is still ongoing. I still have a few months to do in this one, but everything is complete, so this is staying. Right here I have more albums. I'm going to actually go through these and see what I think. This one is a traveler's notebook about books, like books and authors that I want to read, so I'm definitely going to keep that. That's like series and stuff. I'm not sure what all these are, so let's see what this one is. This one is A Week in the Life. So I did this back in May of something. I don't think I even put dates in here, but this is when we were in Tucson. And I used these baseball card page protectors here. So yeah, look how little Keelan was. Oh my goodness, she was so little. I don't even think Layla was born at this time. I really don't think that she was. No, it doesn't look like it. She would have been in here by now, I think. So yeah, this actually might have been right before Layla was born. Okay, so I'm definitely going to keep this because it is, you know, a completed album in that. Okay, this is a Smash book. I do not use Smash books anymore. Oh, this is my Atlantis. So this is my Bahamas album from when we went back in 2012. So yeah, this one I'm definitely keeping, obviously, because it was our vacation that we went on together. Lots of really great memories on here. So yep, I'm definitely going to keep that. I love that album. This one is Alphabet of Our Love. I made this for Josh in 2005. So this is when I first started, and I did one thing I love about him for every single letter of the alphabet, and it's all pictures of us. You can see how simple this is, but you know, it's a memory, so definitely going to hang on to that. This is a trip that we took to San Diego for one of our best friend's weddings. This is one of those little Project Life albums that had come out. So I like this album a lot, actually. And this is when I got to scrap with Kelly Perky and Amy Tangerine. I went to one of their classes because they happened to have a class in San Diego when we were there. And I told my husband, I love you, but I'm ditching you for a few hours. Like, that's totally happening. I actually made some of this album while we were there. But yep, I love that album too. I don't love this album size anymore, so if I end up having any more of those, I might get rid of them. And I think I might have a couple. We'll have to see. This one, 3 goals right now each month in 2013. Okay, so I guess I did a thing where I made 3 goals each month. And yep, okay. That's cool. See, these kind of things I like to keep, and it's stuff I have forgotten about, you know, and just to pull them out and look again is really fantastic. So I will hold on to that one. And then this album I think I made for a Studio Calico class. It's called This Is Me, and it was just kind of scrapbooking about yourself. And yeah, lots of information about me. So these will be great like for the girls, especially when they're older and they can kind of see some of my favorite things. Now some of these page protectors are all jacked up. It doesn't necessarily, you know, the cards and the pages aren't messed up, but these are just a little crazy, but that's okay. So obviously I'm going to hang on to this. I'm going to try not to go down memory lane too much with you guys. I can do that later on my own time. All right, so everything here is staying. Okay, more albums. So this one is an 8.5 by 11 stories album that I started when I was doing the Allie Edwards story stamp subscription. So I wanted to do some pages in here that are 8.5 by 11 and things that, you know, using her stamps and stories that she kind of prompted. And I really do like everything I've made in here. My Brody. I just haven't done this for a long time. So this is something that I would like to go back to actually and start making, thinking about some good stories I can tell about, you know, just whatever I feel like it, and do an 8.5 by 11, you know, and maybe start thinking about what can I do 8.5 by 11 versus 12 by 12, you know, that type of thing. So that's obviously staying. This is a girls' weekend in Vegas that we took in 2014? 15? 14. Yes, 2014. I went with a couple of my girlfriends, so kept a lot of stuff. It was a ton of fun. We just had a nice girlfriend weekend there. So, yep, lots of fun. Love this album, so I'm obviously keeping it. And then let's see what this one is, because I'm actually not sure what this one is. This is a Project Life leather 6x8 album. This week. Okay, I think this is another week in the life here. Yeah, okay, another week in the life. I don't do week in the life anymore, but I, you know, obviously did do a couple of them, so, yep. Okay, I'm going to have to hope that stays. I might do some red line tape on this. It doesn't look like it's red line taped, so I might have to go back and fix that. But, yep, this is definitely week in the life, and I think this is actually here. So this must have been sometime in either 2014, possibly. I really need to put date. Yeah, 2014. Okay, I got it. Yep, 2014. That's when we first moved here. So, okay, here's another Smash book. This might be something that could probably go, actually. Pieces of Me. And I think this was just when I was playing around with it. And I just kind of was putting random things in here, not necessarily things that I need to keep or hang on to. So this might be something that can go. Oh yeah, True Blood. Yeah, I really honestly don't think I need anything in here. This is just kind of like some of my favorite things and stuff. So as long as there's nothing in here that I want to keep, which I really don't think that there is, I think I will be good to probably go ahead and get rid of this. There's a few tickets. I don't know if I need to keep those though. Got Disney on Ice, Frank Caliendo, Wicked, San Antonio Spurs. I've already made layouts for all of those actually, so I don't really think I need to keep those. My little Layla. Yeah, I don't need anything in here, so I'm gonna toss this. I could just rip out what I've used already and then donate the rest of it, which I probably will actually. Let me see how much would be left after I toss everything that I don't need. So it goes up to here. So this could be like half of I used about half, a little bit less than half. Okay, so I will rip all the pages out that I have used already, and then the rest of it will be all this stuff here. So I will donate this book, but I'll put it on my desk because I'm going to do that. I don't need anything in here. Okay, there's one thing. Yay! All right, this one is me at 35. I think I just made a little album of my 35th year. Oh my gosh, look how blonde my hair was. Ew! Oh no, that is way too blonde. What was I doing? I like myself as a brunette. I'm starting to get like darker the better type thing. Okay, so yeah, this is just stuff that happened in my 35th year, which is cool. I chose that number for some reason. Here's another Smash book. Okay, this is my weight loss journey one, the first one that I started, and I did not finish this. I think I kept everything in here though. Like all of this is full, basically. Yeah, so, yeah, I guess I should keep it. This is the same thing. This was like the continuation of my weight loss journey. So I don't know, because I'm not using these anymore. I have a different journal now, even though like I'm still not even using that one very well. I'm not very good at doing, like keeping up with this stuff. So, I think I'm going to keep it just because I do have like pictures in it and stuff. So I think I'll keep this, and then eventually if I ever like really have to purge or I need room, that can be one that can go, but I'm going to keep it. Okay, last one. These are all full albums. This one is, actually this is like a goals album that I'm still kind of working on. This is a foodies album that it's still kind of ongoing. This one is a back in the day project of my childhood that I need to get back to, but I do have a few layouts in there. And then this is Annabelle's album. So all those are staying. Okay, we are down as low as my tripod will let me go. So we're going to do row number 3 because we're on a roll. I'm not getting rid of a ton. These are all Project Life albums, obviously staying. This one is, I believe, a Florida album. When we took a trip to Florida, this is a, what's that company called? Creative Memories album. I used to consult for them a long, long time ago. Do not do it anymore. This was back in 2005. Look, my ticket stubs are all faded. This is 2005, before Kaylin was even born. She wasn't born until 2008. So, yep, I'm definitely going to keep this because it's a great memory. We had a fun trip. It's definitely simple because this is, you know, again, when I was first starting out type of thing, but I'll definitely keep that. And then this one right here, we have some really old scrapbooks. Like this is when I was in college and high school. We're not going to do that. And then these are older albums as well. And this is Kaylin's first year album. But these are all like I just redid them and took them out of post-bound albums and put them into spirals, or not spirals, 3-ring, because I prefer this platform. I don't like the post-bound anymore. So I pretty much got rid of all of them except for my husband's Air Force stuff. So these are just older pages put into those. And with these right here, all staying, completed albums. Now over here, we're going to get a little bit more in depth of things. So I knew I had them. I have 2 of these Project Life albums. While I like my San Diego one, I don't think I would do 2 more like that. So I might keep this one because I like this color better than the brown. So I think the brown one I'm going to donate. Okay, so the brown one is in my donation pile. This one I'm going to go ahead and keep in case I want to do something like this. I'm going to consider it. So I'll keep this one just because I like the color a lot better. This one is an old sorority album that I'm going to keep. This is my new sorority album that I'm going to keep. And then this one is actually an empty album. I was using this for One Little Word because I really like the font on it and stuff, but I put everything in the other album now, so this is empty. And then this is an ongoing project, which I actually think I need a Mod Podge because I painted this, but it has like this awful like chalky feel to it, so I think I need a Mod Podge over this so that it has a better feel to it. This is like an album about places that were stationed in the Air Force. So I have California, and then we went to Texas, Like I have a lot in California. So just quite a few things, you know, here, and this is ongoing still. I still haven't even finished Texas, and we were there, you know, in 2010. So definitely need to continue this album, and I do want to continue with it. So I'm going to obviously hang on to that, but I do need to, like, I think I'm going to put this on my desk and do that soon. Because I hate the way it feels. Ugh, I hate that. Okay, and then here, what is this? I do not know. Weight loss journal stuff. So these are supplies that I would be planning to use in my weight loss journal. So yeah, I'll hang on to that because I still have a journal. I just don't share it publicly anymore because I'm so inconsistent with it. And that is going to be it for this one. Okay guys, now we're on the ground. So I found a couple boxes I could put you on so that I'm not like all over the place. All right, so now this last row is actually going to be stuff that I probably will be getting rid of some things. Now this is kind of my girls' cubes, these first two here. So let's just start from the top. This is some mixed media paper. Kaylin had really gotten into watercolor over the summer. She actually used all this except for one piece. So I think we can probably just get rid of it because I don't think she has any plans to do any painting anytime soon. So I'm okay getting rid of that. This is a Learn How to Draw book, and it's princesses. So she has definitely been using this one. I think Layla could probably start using it as well. So we'll definitely keep that. Oh, markers. Markers and pens. Woo! We have a ton of these to go through, and basically I just need to go through and make little, you know, color with them for a second and see if they're working and throw out the ones that aren't working anymore. So that's going to be, I'm putting them on top of another box of markers we have right there. So that'll be a project. Okay, these are some just little things that the girls drew and messed around with. They used something for a mat apparently because Sharpie went through it. This is Kaylin's coloring book. They went through a phase where they wanted me to print off things off the internet and then they would make their own coloring books out of them. And they really have not done much. Kaylin hasn't done much in this one. She did one there. And then I think that might be it. So I'm just going to stick this in their little pile. I'm going to have a questions for them pile because I'm going to come across coloring books. I'm going to ask them if they still want them or not, and I'm going to let them make the decisions. So they're pretty good about, you know, if they don't want something anymore or they're not interested in coloring something anymore, then they will say no, and they have no problem getting rid of it. So this one, she looks like she colored a couple, and there's still some that she has not colored in, so that will go in the pile as well. Oh gosh, oh, so many crayons and markers and stuff, so that's going to go in the go through pile. Okay, I have a couple bookmarks here actually that are colorable in, and I got these when I ordered books from the Book Depository, and then another from Book Outlet. Oh, this one has a coupon code on it. I wonder if I've used this. I don't know if I have or not. It expires 3 months after receipt, and I don't know when I got it. Usually I try to write that down, but I'm going to put this with my wallet because I may be ordering some books, and if I do that, then I can see if I can use that. If not, no big deal. All right, this one has been colored in, and then these two are blank, so I will just ask the girls if they want to color these in or not, and honestly, if they don't want to, you know, I don't care. So I'll just ask them if they want to do that. Okay, this is a Disney Descendants little sketch pad thing where they actually go through and they can put clothes on them, and there's stencils and stickers and all that stuff. Let me see how much they have used in here. Okay, there's a few in here that at least have not been done for Evie. There's a couple. Okay, let's see about Mal. How many have been done in here? Oh, not a whole lot. Okay, so these are definitely, this is a keep because they haven't used all that much of that. So I'll keep that right there. And then this is an album of just some of Kaylin's, I think, scrap pages, and then this one as well. So just cute little albums that I got for them super cheap at Hobby Lobby. These things, these two right here are trash. And then this one we're gonna keep for sure. Okay, so I have that. All right, we're gonna move on to this next one right here. So this is some more of the girls' stuff. So let's just start from the beginning. Okay, there's 2 coloring books in here. Try Animals, Color Me Cat. Where did that come from? Did someone give that to us? I don't even know. I don't even know where this one came from. It's not one of mine. I know that because I don't color cats. I wonder... Oh, these are like color by number. I wonder if this was a gift from somebody or I honestly, honest to God, don't remember. But that is barely used, so we'll definitely keep that. This one is Cats in Paris. This one I actually got as a review book from the company, and I colored one thing and then I gave it to the girls. I colored this one right here, and then I gave the rest to the girls because I'm not a cat person. So this will need to be probably just an ask. I'll ask them if they want to continue that. I know for sure they're going to want this one because it's like a color by number thing. So this is an empty folder. There's literally nothing in it. So I have a spot where I can put that instead in the guest room. This is an empty spiral notebook, I think. It had a couple things in here, but that's kind of it. So yeah, I mean, we could use it for something, spelling practice, if anything. And this is stencils, so we'll definitely keep stencils because they use those. This one is a manila folder of something. Let's see what this is. Oh, this is, I think, a play that was put on in Kaylin's class. Yeah. But I think this was last year, so she doesn't need this anymore. Okay, a bunch more coloring books here. Okay, this is one that had a unicorn on it, so I got it for the girls because they loved it. They were both wanting it. I actually think I got both of them the same coloring book, I want to say. I only see one, but I will ask them. Okay, this was a Belle one. Let me see if there's anything in here. Okay, there's quite a bit in here still uncolored. So these are just things I'm going to ask the girls when they get home from school today. So let's go through these and see. Okay, this one is Kaylin's. She colored quite a bit. There's still a lot not colored. So again, I'll ask her. This one is Layla's. It's the same one. We were at the store one day and they both wanted it. And of course, they both had to have it. Okay, so, oh, actually Layla's is pretty full. Even if she colored like 1 or 2 things. But it's pretty full. I don't think she's going to go back to this. I'll still ask her just in case. But I think she's probably going to say, no, I'm good. All right, here's another little scrapbook that Kaylin made. And this one is about Disney princesses. When we went to Disney in 2016, she scrapbooked about meeting the princesses and everything. So definitely hang on to that. Okay, these are some notebooks. Let's see, writing notebook for Kaylin. She used this in class a bunch and then brought it home, and it is full. So we don't need it anymore. It's not something I want to keep as far as her schoolwork goes, so I am thinking I'm going to go ahead and get rid of it. All right, this one does not have a lot in it, but it was a school folder, so I'm going to pull out the things that were in here that she just is not going to need. And, you know, they're just not stuff that I want to keep, basically, even though they were for school. So I'm going to do that real quick, and then the rest will be an empty notebook. Okay, so I went ahead and pulled everything out of here. And we still have this much left of a blank notebook. Like, honestly, these are great for spelling practice for the girls. So definitely we'll keep that now. This one is a Frozen one that I think Kaylin used as well for school. Lots of random things in here. And I think this is actually all used up. Yep, so we are good on that. I'm going to go ahead and toss that. And Okay, so these two here are full of their layouts that the girls have done. And so let's see what else is back here. Okay, 2 coloring books here. These are the really nice coloring books, so I'm definitely not going to toss these. This is a Disney Villains one, and then this is a Disney Princess one. So these are both Kaylin's. Definitely keeping those. I'm going to put this cat one back in here too because it's still sitting here. And then this right here is a large pad of drawing paper that we had gotten the girls when they just wanted to do some doodles and stuff. So we'll just keep that. There's not a ton left in here, but you know, I'll get them to start using some of it here soon. So while I'm doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and put this here, and then this little sketch pad here as well. Okay, so let's move on to the next. All right, these here are all these 3 are full albums. These 2 are just family albums. And then this one is Birdie's album that I just finished. And then this one is actually a blank album. I got it on clearance at scrapbook.com, so I just haven't used it yet. But it's there for me when I need another 12 by 12. Okay, so now we're getting into this right here. This has some supplies. I have some of these sleeves that are for special projects. I need to actually figure out if I want to do these projects or not. So that is going to be my big thing for this here. So I do need to pull these out real quick just so I can make sure I see what it is. And then I do have an empty 12 by 12 album right here as well for just to use when I need one. Okay, so let's start with this one. This is Christmas cards, which is a holiday project I talked about in my last video. So I'm definitely going to keep those. Those are all together. This one here, I don't know if I'm going to do this or not. This I was going to do kind of like the Christmas album, like a project lifestyle, where it's like, you know, baby announcements or wedding invitations, you know, things like that that we got from people over the years. I'm just not sure, to be honest with you, if I care anymore. So I think I'm going to keep this out and maybe think about either another way I could document this stuff or if I'm just not even going to bother, honestly. Because I don't know if this is something that I really want to look back on. You know, I think the Christmas cards I would, because it's really cool to see progressions of Christmas cards throughout the year, throughout the years, and like see families and see them grow and stuff. So I really like that. But this one, I don't know if I really care that much enough anymore to hang on to this stuff. So I'm going to put it on my desk and contemplate on it for a little while and maybe give it a week and see what I think. But that's possibly going to be a project I let go. This is going to be an Albuquerque trip album. I already have an album in here ready to use. This is, I think, a Basic Gray Snap album or a Basic Gray Capture album, sorry. And yeah, I still want to do that album, so I'm going to hang on to that. I just haven't done it yet. That would be a good mini Monday project. This one is dog supplies and pet supplies as well, because I was planning to do like a little 4x4 album of all of our pets throughout the years, including when I was growing up. And I'm trying to decide if I still want to do that or not. So I think it would be cute. I'm just trying to decide if I want to put the effort into it, basically. So I'll keep it for now, but that might be another one I think on a little bit. I just, you know, I'm starting to really try to decide, is this important enough to have in my space? Because as you can see, my stuff takes up a lot of space. This is going to be an album about my favorite books and books in general, so I'm definitely gonna do this album. I actually wanted to start it here pretty soon, so we'll see, but I do have a bunch of stuff saved for that, so including an album in there. So that is gonna stay too. Yeah, so that is it for this. All right, guys, that is it for this bookshelf, and I was able to fit the whole thing in one video, which is awesome. Again, not a ton went because most of these are full albums, which is really super awesome. But, you know, I'm not going to be getting rid of those. So most of it was the girls' stuff down here, and a lot of it's going to be, you know, I need to ask them questions about what they want to keep or not. So that is one bookshelf down. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end the video here because this is probably going to be another long-ish one since I went through all of those shelves, but I'm happy with a couple of things I'm getting rid of, and when the girls get home, I'm going to ask them about some other stuff, and I'll probably be able to throw a couple more things out as well based upon their decisions. And I'm really happy with that. So what I need to do now is I need to go through their markers and their pens and throw out any ones that are dried up or not working, and then kind of make a decision on whether or not I'm going to keep the invitations and stuff. Okay guys, I'm going to jump in here real quick because before I end the video, I did end it and then was uploading it and everything. While I was uploading it, I was going through these invitations of the things that I'm just unsure about whether or not I'm going to actually continue that project. So I just went through them to see what was even in there. There's a lot of baby announcements, a lot of wedding invitations, things like that. There's a couple wedding invitations who I don't even know who the people are. I think they were people that Josh knew and worked with, but I didn't know them and we didn't go to their wedding. There was one from one of my family members. I won't show you who, is one of my cousins, but they're not married anymore. So I don't really need to hold on to that. So I decided I'm not going to make a mini album of this stuff. I'm just going to go ahead and, I looked at it, I reflected for a second, and I'm going to go ahead and toss those things. The ones I am keeping are ones from my immediate family. So I have Josh's sister's wedding invitation. This is actually me and Josh's wedding invitation. My sister and her husband. I have one from my parents' wedding. So I'm definitely going to keep that. And then I actually have my college graduation invitation type things. So those things I'm going to keep. I have like kind of a memory box in my room that I'll just put those in where I have like all my journals and stuff too. So that's all I'm going to do. But the other things I'm just going to go ahead and trash. Really, I don't feel like I need that stuff anymore, and I don't think it's an album that I would make and then look back and reflect on. So I'm going to go ahead and say I'm going to give that up. All right, now I will switch back and end the video. Okay guys, one other thing that I'm doing today is I did Mod Podge this, but as you can see, it didn't go on very evenly, and I still don't like the feel of it. It's better, but it's not great, and the side is actually cracking right here because of the paint. This was raw chipboard originally, and then yeah, I painted it, and I don't love it, guys. So I'm going to take everything out of this 6x8 album, and I'm going to put it into this 6x8 album because this is a canvas and it's good and I like the pattern. I don't have any plans for this for anything else. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. I think it's going to help me like the album a little bit more. And so all I have to really do is just transfer everything over. Now these 3 rings are not the same as the ones in here. So I will probably just take these and put them in the same type of page protectors that are in here because there's page protectors in there. If there's any that I can't salvage as far as page protectors go, I can just repunch the page protectors here for this one. So I can make it work. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and transfer that now. So that's going to be happening. So this is going to now house my places that we've lived. And this is going to go in the trash because I really just don't like it. And this is just a flare badge, so I can pull that up easy. So yep, I'm going to go ahead and do that right now too. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you have any questions at all. And I'll be back again with more purging. Have a great day. Bye.